right. Who's ready for some Actraiser? Actually, now that the new game came out, or the re-release, or remake, I guess this is called Old Razor. So, I'm Sin. This is my favorite game. I've been running it since, about 7 years now, and since the first Retrothon back in 2018. Happy to be back. It's been a great marathon so far. The team's been doing such a great job behind the scenes, so thank you all for being here. And let's go. We're going to be doing any percent. This includes the story, the simulation. There's not much story, we're going to be mashing through it. Welcome everybody. Let's go. We're going to get timing started after we enter our name here. Try to keep an eye on chat too. There's a lot going on. Thank you for the good luck. I'll give RGL a shout out since they've been the masters of this marathon. So the game starts off as we're in the Sky Palace here. Our angel is waking us up. And we're going to be doing, like I mentioned, all the areas. There's 6 areas to go through. Starting with the banger track of Fillmore, so get ready. Alright, let's go. First thing we do is change message speed to 0 because we don't want to have to deal with all that. So that's the first thing you want to do ever if you play this game, to go fast. Mode 7. Let's go. No costume. No costume. But there's pictures out there if you ever want to see the cosplay Queenie and I had. Alright. Get your dance emotes in chat if you have them. Fillmore 1. I'm going to be doing a lot of slash jumping. This extends the height and range of jumps. So, Yuzo Koshiro's voice at the age of 21 is the hot sound that you hear. And also his music in the background. There's a little Apple pickups here and there. We do some ledge clips. Shoutouts to the pro mode runners that figured out all of them. Very angry trees. First boss, hard one, but we fight this one from behind. It goes down pretty easy. Let's go. Now, currently hold the record in this category for any percent, but there's been a lot of optimizations lately, in the simulation especially, by a fellow named Led Ostrich. Recently had the record last year again, and I had to get it back. But those time saves have really reduced the time in simulation. But the simulation's stressful, so I'm going to need a little bit of focus each time a simulation starts up. And that's how people are born, by the way, by lightning. A lot of mashing too. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Hold. 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, there we go. So what I did there is kill a specific amount of monsters, so we script all the building right here. Because later on, there's going to be like this villager that tries to run like a 5K and wastes a lot of time. So we prevent that from happening by making sure we kill just a certain amount of monsters. Every time we kill a monster, you see that little orb go back to the shrine. Those are souls. So we're releasing people. Alright. Still a little stressful. Again, all this is scripted though. We can just memorize this path. What we're doing is we're trying to seal these monster layers. Oh, you little bugger you. This guy is the bane of my existence. Okay. If he destroys a house, we got problems. His lightning is not so friendly, and he's like trolling me right now. Alright. So we're building in 2 directions. Actually, we're building in 3 directions. Roads cannot advance unless there's houses on them. Which is a little different than the J version. J version is much slower, but roads can continually build even if there's no houses. We are playing the US version. So things are censored, specifically references to religion, so no God or Satan. But we have the Master and Tanzra, so you'll notice some slight censorship. Quintet Games did that. I'm a big fan of the Quintet series. Obviously, Actraiser, Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, Terra Enigma, all great games. Hey, happy Tuesday. Okay, that bat's looking to start some trouble. Now, this might seem like a lot to explain here, what's going on, if you've never seen this game before. But if you have, this is supposed to be the chill part of the run. Just relax, do some building, direct your people, have a little fun. Here I'm just mashing the heck out of this controller, casting tons of miracles, specifically building fast. You're missing all the charm. But it's still a beautiful game. Yeah, Actraiser, like I said, I played the new one, but really do love the old one so much. I think the music in the new one's really nice, but other than that, this one has the real charm. Oh, thanks, Queenie. Yeah, Queenie, if you see behind me the dragon there, the wyvern, she cross-stitched that. She spent like 80 billion hours doing that. This one. Yeah. There you go. Now I am following my splits. You can't see them, but I am, so who knows what we'll pull out in this run. I always go hard. I always give 100%. All right, so each area has 2 acts. So you fight like Act 1 has kind of like a weaker boss, and then Act 2 has like the main boss. So there we did a fast fall. We kind of ejected ourselves off a ledge, which is actually frame perfect. Most tricks are 1 to 4 frames. Next is the only glitch that we actually do in the game here, and that's called the wall clip. We actually force ourselves into the wall a pixel by taking damage and boosting into the wall holding diagonal. And we're allowed to just jump up this wall and skip all this nonsense. Going through here is a pain in the butt. Very easy when you're clipped. And that's it. That's like the only major glitch in this game. Swag Dagger, by the way. We do solo rolls here to stay going forward. Let me take out this Minotaur's knees. He has a very red speedo. Okay, let's go. Yes, dragon, wyvern. It's very complicated. Alright, now in this game you can buffer inputs, so we're just gonna buffer B and get the heck out of this place. We don't want to deal with these people right now. They want to thank us and stuff. We don't have time for that. We can go to the next area. To get to a next area, you actually need to be level 2. So each area has a level requirement. Level 0 for the first area, then 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Very easy. Let's go. Alright, this is blood purple. It's a little purple. But I guess it's blood. It's something. The game has a lot of damage boosting. The good news is there's a lot of apples and stuff along the way to heal. Oh! So there I frame perfectly fast fell off the ledge. That's when you try to go under the rock. I guess that could happen. So we just took a little dip in the blood. See, now we have a different pattern, which is kind of cool too. Yeah, perfect for the marathon. Anyway, these rock throwers kind of look like the Goonies' grandma a little bit. We just kind of jump over them. And now we're coming up to the Manticore. So this fight is scripted also. Shoutouts to that neon green hair. We call that the dance of the manticore. You were basically chopping its toenails, giving it a little trim. Yeah, getting fast falls is not easy. Accidentally getting a fast fall? Priceless. I'm still here. I hope everybody's still here with me too. If you're trying to catch up, we're here in Bloodpool, we're in the simulation. Life's pretty good here, except for all the marshland. So again, we have to clear these areas just enough to get through to the lairs. Normally when I was a kid, I'd try to 100% clear everything in these areas. So we're managing as many lairs as we can at once, plus we're farming enemies, souls. These souls again equate to people. We need people to build the houses. Also, people give you population. Population increases your level. And as I mentioned, we need to get to level 10. So that's basically what we're doing in the simulation. And the people tell us a few things here and there. They have some worries, they have concerns, like why the heck this place is Bloodpool and what's going on. Also, the angel here does a lot of killing, probably more killing than the master. Yeah, this is Actraiser for the SNES. One of the early games that were released, 1991, for the Super NES. Had to compete against Super Castlevania 4, and ends up being a pretty obscure one when you try to compare it to that and like some of the other games that were coming out. But Quintet, you know, this was like their first game. Small company. They put together a pretty solid game though. There's really not many bugs. Nice music, nice soundtrack. Actually, there's one other glitch here we could try. Despawn these bats permanently. You can kill the bat the last frame it leaves the screen. Oh, missed it. That's alright. Not much going on. Hey, Koiser, good evening. Yo, West Point. West Point's house had a lot of runs, and there's a lot of people in this chat have a lot of runs in this marathon. Good to see you. So there's Teddy. Teddy's the person we grow fond of in this game, or are supposed to. We Uber Eats some bread over to him though, because he kind of ran away. But actually he was inspecting the lake over here, and he was the hero because he actually figures out what the heck is wrong with the lake. And he finds a magic skull, and we use that magic skull to destroy the lair that's actually hidden under here. And there you go, we got a beautiful sparkling blue lake now. It still looks kind of like an alien fetus or something, where like the mouth is over here and then, you know, you have the other end over here. It looks a little weird. But yeah, so Teddy's unfortunately not gonna make it very long. They have to sacrifice somebody to the boss in this castle over here, and Teddy rigs the lot pulling so that he's picked. Yeah, Teddy's going to the boss to get eaten. So, rip Teddy. That's how the story goes. Don't worry, he comes back in Soul Blazer. He tries to sell you some, what is it, goat food for like $9 billion. So, you know, he's gonna be fine. Yeah, if the restream is restreaming, it's restreaming pretty hard right now. But we're here, don't worry. So, once all the building's done, we go right into Act 2. I'm still here with you. Hopefully we're not going to go flying off any ledges in Act 2. This is one of the longer stages, and there's a few new tricks in this game. Now, I don't particularly like the circus music or xylophone part of this track, but it's still pretty good. There we did a quick fast fall. You might not have even seen it. Here's the only room in the game that goes dark. We were just having fun with that, I guess. So, a lot of these jumps you can't make unless you slash jump. So what you see here is many years of doing muscle memory for all these jumps. It's actually a little harder than it looks. You can take some of those a lot easier. You don't have to do those crazy jumps. And there we went for the gel boost. You only get one chance at it. We missed it. Thanks for the bits. Das Post, man. Yeah, it's been a crazy event. This room's very easy. We just kind of shoulder roll here. Okay, now we're gonna go for the Skelevator. This is one trick I found. See if the skeleton boosts. There we go. Right. Oh, and we hit the spikes anyway. Oh, I get to show it off twice. One more time. Hey, that's how it's supposed to look. Oh, we could skip the apple though. So that just shows you apple skip. Now this boss. The boss that Teddy got eaten by. We want him to spawn on the bottom, but it's RNG, so... Nice, we still got the transform skip. Let's go. Even with the top spawn. That's not easy. You gotta half and half the health of the boss. Don't even see the wolf portion. And now officially Rip Teddy though. So beating this boss, we're gonna get a magic scroll and the magic stardust. Now, I haven't used any magic yet through the run. This magic stardust is either the best or worst magic in the game. It has like 1,000 different combinations of where it can hit. If it hits completely poorly, we call it star bust. If it does a really good job, then we're happy. It usually does a really bad job. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, we're just waiting for the level up now. I love all the strength. And the people are building. And the peasants rejoice. Back to our sky palace for movement, heading towards the desert. We equip the magic, and we're heading in. Mode 7! It's always star RNG. Yeah. So this might look a little bit like another game, like Super Star Wars maybe. And the boss at the end of this stage is called Dagobah, so I think there were some Star Wars fans. And we didn't get between two cactuses. Now we gotta try to jump over these crazy cactuses. There's one. Got a slash jump, there's two. Then you got some fry guys. Their fire is RNG. Shoutouts to Super Mario Brothers 2. And then more cactuses that we're just gonna walk through now because we cannot possibly jump over them. Alright, crazy slash jump time. And we didn't get that one. Okay, just made that. And this one, okay. Those are very tight jumps. Again, you cannot make it unless you do a slash jump. Oh, this is... okay. And a full heal right before the boss. Don't worry about it. Here's Dagobah, the antlion. And... how we doing, Stardust? Nice! There you go. A 2 cycle is what you want to see. That boss is pretty tricky. Because you got the moving sand, it comes up, it flings rocks. Stardust made quick work of that. We got lucky. So this is Cassandra. In the J version, it's called Cassandra. I don't get it either way. It's a desert. Again, people born from lightning. That's how it works. Here we're going to be using a bomb. And while the bomb's going off, we got the water. So we use a lot of water here. Again, this building sequence, we have to farm souls to build the houses. We need 10 at least, so I'm killing enemies as quickly as possible here. And these are tricky because they take 4 to kill the red ones. The bats take 1. Oh, he keeps going left. Okay. Yeah, we do like to do the randomizer on Friday, which is a pro mode randomizer by Osteoclave, who's been in chat. I've seen Osteoclave hanging out in Retrothons. Okay, we also use the wheat here, so wheat is a more plentiful food source for people. Oh, and there's some dead guy over here in the desert. Yeah, don't get your rip emotes out in chat. Your favorite rip emotes out. We're not gonna deal with that body. That person died from the plague. And if you rescue the person, they end up burying it near the shrine, and then everybody gets the plague. So you don't want to have that. But okay, you do get beautiful music, which is one of the best tracks in the game. We don't get to hear it, but it's unfortunately a pretty significant time loss. So we're just gonna skip that. We will go over here and give him some pats on the head, though. Maybe. There you go. Some pats on the head for our friend here in the desert that wandered off. If anybody's kind of been to Vegas, you know this looks like the Vegas Strip in the early days of Actraiser. You got the Luxor Hotel right here. Eventually we'll get the other 3. Excalibur, Mandalay Bay, maybe. On the other side, yeah, I don't know. It's something. And then completely nothing on either side. There is... So, Quintet Games love to have a phoenix representing them. I was disappointed to learn that they call this an eagle in the game. So, like... The Stardust? Is there a Stardust casino? Probably. Sounds right. Thanks, Steel Eyes. You're on it. Dude, don't touch it. It's dead. It is dead. Hey! Yo, Cryptic. So, we just gotta let them build right now. We can't get to Act 2 until they seal the final layer here. This is a puzzle for later on in Marana, the island area. Secrets of this game. Special magic spell that we're never gonna see, but it's really good. It's called Aura. And as you can see, these are rice fields, but they call it wheat for the US translation, but technically these are rice fields. And yeah, the sounds have been reused in Soul Blazer. Big fan of the Quintet games. I don't know how many people... Well, if you're here and you know Actraiser, you know Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, Terranigma, Actraiser 2... Well, we don't really talk too much of Actraiser 2. But it's... Actraiser 2 is a good game. I've run that too. It's still a good game. Just didn't have the sim building and the charm of Actraiser 1. Ooh. So we're gonna go into the pyramid. It's a very Egyptian pyramid themed place. Pretty much all the aesthetics you would find. I'm gonna try to jump over these mummies. Again, 1 to 4 frame jumps. Oh, missed one. Got that. Missed 2. Oh, this guy wants to give trouble too. Now, coming up is the hardest jump in the game, the pyramid jump. I'm gonna go for it, why not? And it's a miss. It saves 7 seconds in the run, but you have to get it first. And there we go, second try, still saves time. And we want to go for the wall clip here too. And no wall clip. That's a tough one to, in pro mode it's actually easier. In any percent, you only get one shot really. I'm gonna take an intentional death here so we can refill our health. I always like to show off that spike jump though, because again, it's probably the hardest jump in the game. Like most runs do not even start until that jump is completed. And then we get coming up here, this elevator, we're racing against time. There's a screen timer here for this elevator. You have to get here before 173. And it jukes you, you know, like if you jump on it down there and there's spikes there and they instant kill you. I guess it baits you, so it's a little tricky. And these swordsmen are really cool, they kind of mimic you. Alright. This fight's really easy. Stardust, when it's hitting the floor and the enemy, it does 3 times the damage. Yo, dead flip! Big raid! Let's go! Welcome! We are here. So also, again, we're gonna buffer right out of this place. We never come back here. We skip all the thank you. We are gonna revisit Fillmore though. The reason why? Yo, dead flip. Let's go, welcome. Because this place is already advanced, level 3, and they're building some pretty nice things over here. We actually get population bonus. And also, while we're here, they're building in Cassandora. There's remote building happening, so we get double the population. And again, we need population to advance to the next area. We need those level ups. So we're gonna get 2 levels here. I'm gonna hang out with Jukes the dog, because he's always juking this guy. Yo, yells, right? Let's go. It's good to be back at on the RGL marathons. All the familiar faces here. Jukes. Some question if this is actually a dog. There's a hidden dog sprite in the game. Spriter's resource, or no, the cutting room floor. Popular sites. Shows what this dog sprite looks like. Hey, Cypher. Yeah, Cypher coming up next too with Shinobi. I got to beat Cypher in the GDQ, and he's like the legendary Uber. The legendary Cypher and Uber. There's a clip out there. Alright. So, Supersonic. Thanks, Supersonic. We go way back now. So many years. So this area, Fillmore, like I said, very advanced. We get that population pretty quick. That was 950. And we're heading into Atos. Which, if you like volcanoes, and you like it hot, this is the place. Once again, the Granny's Goomon, the Goonies grandmas. Yo, booster. Saw Shane going through the Soul Blazer again recently. And like I said, that's my that and Actraiser are my favorite games. If you like the charm of Actraiser, you're gonna love Soul Blazer. And both the whole quintet community and speedrunning community and randomizer community is amazing. Soul Blazer, Illusion Gaia. We just did a Soul Blazer tournament, randomizer tournament, hosted by Queen AMB right there. This is where it all started, though. This is where the game began. And we're on this auto-scroller. In the J version, you have to jump over these skulls. In the U version, we could just slice them, so it's nice and easy. And we're gonna roll right up this mountain. Damage boost through the floor, why not? And we're gonna miss the volcano jump, but you could actually jump right over that volcano. It requires a precise slash jump. Let's save a little bit of time. We're making our way to this boss, and in the pro mode version you have to fight it with the sword. In this any percent you get a really cool upgrade here. It's the only time you get it. It's the sword beam. Well, only time you get it in a stage. And as you can see, you have the range attack. Makes this pretty straightforward. But I will tell you, there's not a lot of floor to stand on. Very dangerous fight. But the other good thing is the movement of that water serpent is scripted too, so you can memorize it. You missed Actraiser to get the Soul Blazer was your thing? They're both beautiful games. Kindle. They're both beautiful games. Soul Blazer got some bangers and a goat. Yeah, there's definitely a goat. So we're using a Strength of an Angel. We're gonna have to farm a lot of enemies here. While we're casting miracles, we're farming the enemies again. This time we have to get to 22 souls. And again, every time we kill a monster, we see the souls return to the shrine. That's what we're farming. We have a little bit of a pattern here, kind of a clockwise, counterclockwise, wax on, wax off method. Cast the miracle. We do have to line up our shots though with the arrows. It's pretty precise. But if you play it long enough, you know exactly where to shoot. When I first started running this though, I had a crappy CRT and the sides were cut off. That made it a lot more difficult to see where to shoot. Because we kind of shoot these before they even appear on the screen. And there you go, 22. So I'm talking about this number up here. That's the local population, and then the 964 is the global population. But I'm not here to bore you with numbers. Also, this place introduces the skulls, which if you look at their size compared to a house, that would be pretty frightening, I think, as a person living here. Imagine just waking up in the morning and looking out your window and there's a giant skull. Yeah, that's kind of scary. And these dragons, they look kind of cute, but remember they're jerks. They like to snipe houses with lightning pretty quickly. Gotta pay attention to those. It's always the cute ones that you gotta watch out. Now we get to chill a little bit. The simulation, again, we just have to seal these layers, so not too much going on. Now, if this was Actraiser Renaissance, you'd be having like tower defense and all this nonsense going on. Here we get to just kind of relax a little bit. You may wonder why I just built right and then left over here. Again, it's all scripted the way they build, like where they place the houses and stuff, and it's just optimal for population and speed. Also, when you seal a layer at the end that has an item in it, you skip the message about Act 2. Oh, yeah, so there, oh, well, okay, we didn't talk about it, but the man got injured while sealing the lair, and his dying wish was to have the master's tears. So we're supposed to send rain there on him, but we just let him die without doing that. Whoops! I didn't even talk about it. Whoops! Literally, the man is out there like, send your rain, send your tears, and then he just like disappears. We're so cruel. We're not a benevolent god. Anyway. It costs like 5.5 seconds to do it. We did have to send wind though, because they have windmills. Fun fact though, if you fry the windmill, they don't care about the wind anymore. But it doesn't save time. I don't think I've ever honored the dying wish, but if you want to play through this game and honor the wish, feel free to do so. The population does not even decrease when he dies, so I think it's just an act, by the way. Actraiser, just an act. Because you know, when you start an area, it starts with 2 people. So it keeps track of the 2 people that start there. But when he dies, it doesn't decrease the population by 1. So, fake. Fake. Alright, and now we're going into the volcano. Like any sane person would. RGL lava. This place is really tough. We do a lot of damage boosting. And crazy jumps like that. And more crazy jumps. Okay. There we go. We do a little shoulder roll here, let's see. Nope. Again, a lot of 1 to 4 frame tricks here. But pretty precise damage boosts too, because we don't want to end up in the lava. Where do bad runs go when they die? To the lake of fire and fry, aka Atos 2. This is really tough. Okay, I'm on fire. Gotta fight fire with fire. Pretty good Stardust. Let's go. Let's go. That's what you want to see. Butter on the bread. Atos is actually Mordor. Yeah, somewhere there's some hobbits. Some sort of ring we gotta throw down here. I don't know. Oh baby, the meatballs. So, this dude is just gonna climb a mountain in his toga and sandals. No problem. Just gonna stroll up that mountain like it's nothing. They got warriors here, by the way. This place has got some warriors. Except for the dude that died. He's a fake. So here they find the scroll up there, and then they have fleece. Some fleece. Because we have sheep. And what do we do with the sheep? Well, we watch them, well, kinda hang out with the angel a little bit. Kinda see there's 2 sheep. They're kinda entering, you know, I don't know, there's just things happening with the sprites. I don't know. And one just kinda disappeared there. Yeah. Anyway, so we have to watch this place build. Actually, like I said, we can't even go ahead until the population hits 1,500. So we're just kind of hanging out here. So how's everybody doing? Yeah, get your ram emotes out. Goat emotes. I was saying earlier I had some gnocchi and some chicken today for dinner. But I had the mini gnocchi. I don't know if anybody's ever had mini gnocchi, but freaking mini gnocchi sticks together, and I would just get normal sized gnocchi. I'd recommend normal size. Don't get the mini stuff. Get gnocchi, but don't get that mini stuff. Hey CG. Oh, I was not. There you go. Going to Murano. It's a little late here. It's 10 o'clock here. Wherever you are. Cooking lesson. Queenie makes amazing meatballs though. I can't do it. Okay, so here, this place has kind of like an obscured bottom here with the fog. And we just did another little ledge clip there. And we're gonna also abuse, once again, the wall clip. But this wall clip's kind of cool because we can actually transition over the screen right here. Look at that. And that's actually the first time I ever jumped over that snake. I don't even know how the heck I did that. That's cool. Running the game for 7 years and you just do something completely different all of a sudden. Alright. Anyway, damage boost through everything, and we get to this boss. This boss is Rafflesia plant. Shout outs to Vile Plume in the back here. We're gonna make quick work of this one more time with the wall clip. Just wall clip up here and slash. If anybody's fought this casually without the wall clip, you know the frustration. We're also ending as high as possible on the screen, because you kind of ascend back into the sky and we don't have to wait for those frames if we're closer to the top of the screen also. Yo, Swag. Swag Morph's here. Thank you. Solar. Yo, Solar. Solar trying to take the spotlight here. What's going on? All right, so we're gonna use Earthquake. We use it immediately because if you use it after they build, well, all the houses would get destroyed. And we actually connect the two continents here. We farm back SP so we can actually cast the lightning as well, because that Earthquake took all of it. And then we can build in one shot everything we need. Boom, done. So that's a little tricky to do. And that's all the miracles. If you've been keeping track, which I'm sure everybody has. We used every single miracle that's required for this game. Little inventory management there. Once again, we're going to use the wheat here to get more population faster. This is the last area where we care about population, because it's after this is North Wall, and we don't need to go anywhere else after that. So we got to get to level 10 here. Who dies this? Nobody dies this time. I think everybody in this area stays out of trouble. Although, the people in this area decided that this shrine is much nicer and they want to worship the god in this shrine. So we're gonna have some defectors over here. I'm not cool enough. I don't have a cool shrine as the other people, as the other god. We got a golden cow, see? Yeah. I don't know. Did I interpret that correctly? Oh dear. Don't want to accidentally get the menu. So this area is a little tricky too. You notice these red demons really haven't done much? Well, this one will. We have to keep an eye on this farm here. That's what they like to destroy. They like to dry them up. So we're gonna guard this one. So it's like the angel versus the demon. You just gotta keep them at bay. Reminds me of the video Yellsrake made of me in the Marble Madness with with Steely. Classic moments. Now the other problem is these blue demons and this bat here likes to target a house